last night was it was pretty fun. Got to meet some new people, got to hang out with some old friends. In relatively safe COVID environment. We're all young. I'm sure it will probably be fine. Probably. But because we were over there so late, we didn't get home till a little past midnight. And Emily, as you probably saw on the vlog, was wide awake, so we stayed up for another hour. So we went to bed at 1, but I can never get to sleep, so I laid in bed for another hour. So I didn't end up going to bed till 2 a.m. and I woke up at 7:30. So apparently, 5.5 hours of sleep was enough for the night. Now maybe that makes up for all of the nights in the past month where I've slept 9, 10, 11 hours a night. So I'm okay with it. And I'm not tired like at all. I feel wide awake, which is pretty good. And you'll see that my cat here is very excited about the fact that I only slept 5.5 hours last night. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling ready for the day. The day's going to be, I mean, it should be too bad. I'd have to write 2 papers still. I ended up writing 1 yesterday, but one of the papers is really just a conglomeration of other papers, so that shouldn't be too hard to write. And the other one's just a self-reflection, which is due tonight, so I probably should have started that earlier, but the way I do work really isn't the best way to do it. You really should do work by like when it's due, right? Do things that's due the earliest first and then kind of work your way out. I don't do that. I do the work that I hate the most first, and it's true with filming too. I always, when I'm working on a narrative piece, or I'm working on something that isn't just this vlog, that kind of takes at least some sort of planning, which I guess the vlog probably should, but it doesn't. I always do the hardest stuff first because then it's just kind of you're rolling downhill. Everything's easier from there. So yesterday I did my hardest paper, which I wouldn't say it's a hard paper to write. It's a paper that I have to write every single week, which I do not like doing at all, and it's my least favorite paper that I write, and I have to do it all the time. And so that's always a trudge, but I got through it, and it was definitely more of a trudge than it usually is, which, whatever. Moving on, so now I'm going to focus on the things that I like a little bit more, still don't love doing. I honestly, I chose the wrong major. Being an English major was a pretty bad idea because I don't actually like writing papers, and while I do love to read, I'm not good at sitting down and reading. I like to listen to books, which creates for a different experience, and I don't really want to pay all this money just to talk about books. So I definitely chose the wrong major. I guess if I could go back in time, I probably would have chosen a theater major if I had to go to Butler, or of course film school was always fun, but obviously that's not really an option here in Indy, so it's too late now. I mean, I'm taking my capstone, right, which is like your final class you need to graduate, so can't worry about that anymore. Yeah, but I mean, overall, it's going well, and hopefully today will be a pretty good day. Hopefully. So, despite the fact I had absolutely no interest in doing any of my papers, I finished all of my papers, which means I don't actually have any schoolwork left. Well, actually, I have a little bit left, but this is the closest I've been to having free time in a while. And it's weird. I mean, I still have stuff to do. I have stuff to do for the production company and, of course, the vlog and the podcast, but I'm like the closest I've been to free time in a long time. And I imagine this is what life will be like once I'm not in school. And it's a very thrilling idea because it's been really tough the last couple of weeks just with everything going on. And I know that come next week, we'll have a lot of big projects with the company. And so having kind of this quote unquote downtime when instead of working 12 hours every day, I'm only working 8 or 9 hours, it's pretty nice. So I think Emily and I are going to go enjoy it and maybe go grab a drink, maybe some chicken. Pretty excited. Ready to go have lots of fun, Emily?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Get a beer.
Where are we going to get a beer?
I don't know.
Aren't you peckish?
Yeah.
We go to Big Lug.
We always go to Big Lug.
You like Big Lug?
I know, but they don't have any beer right now that I am like...
in the mood for?
Yeah.
Go Sun King.
You don't think that place will be packed tonight?
Don't know.
I feel like it will be.
Well, then we never left the apartment.
What?
Well, after Emily being very mean to me, we finally found a place. Don't we, Emily?
I wasn't mean to you. When was I mean?
There's some to it.
I mean, there was tooth, but there was not meanness. It was not.
What's the difference?
Malicious tooth.
I guess so. But where are we going, Emily?
Trader's Brewing Company. It's in a strip mall.
A warehouse.
A warehouse.
But it's good?
The best breweries are always in warehouses.
Fact.
Fact.
Primeval isn't in a warehouse.
Oh, that place is so good, though.
Are you excited?
Mhm.
Are you going to get food here?
I don't know if they have food.
But you're peckish.
I'll be okay.
No, alright. You made a whole thing about it.
Well, because the next place has food.
Okay.
Hi, YouTube.
So, Trader's Point Brewing Company, it's pretty good. I got their seltzer, which is the only thing of theirs I can drink, but I'm glad I got a seltzer. I'm glad seltzers are a thing now. Because we used to go breweries and I couldn't drink anything, because they usually don't have ciders, and I can't drink beer because of my allergies, but now that people like seltzers, I have something to drink, and I like them, and they're light and refreshing, and I don't feel like fat or bloated when I drink them, which is nice, but Emily made us go. The reason it took us so long to figure out where we were going to go is because Emily had all these requirements. It had to have outdoor seating, there had to be food, had to be a place we hadn't been to in a long time, which means we couldn't go to Big Lug or Upland or all these other places we usually go to. But then we end up coming here, which, I mean, you know, like I said, delicious seltzers and all that, and apparently the beer's pretty good too. But there's no outdoor seating here, and there's no food here either. I think Emily's just picky, and she just likes what she likes. And she likes someone else to suggest it. So she can't pick it herself. It has to be someone else who picks it. So I guess I technically picked this place, but it's a pretty good time. I think we're gonna go with my parents after this, which makes sense. We go over there all the time, so that should be fun, I guess. So look, I love my parents. I really do, but I would be lying if I said part of the reason we go to their house isn't because we get free food. Free food is nice. I mean, you know, cooking is fine, and buying our own groceries and, you know, going out to eat is fine and all that, but, you know, when neither of us have real jobs, I mean, I guess the production company's kind of a real job, but we're both still in school and pretty poor, so we come over for food, so I'm picking up food for dinner, which I'm excited about. It's Big Hoffa, this local barbecue restaurant. Eat it all the time. Love it. Real good stuff. And it's definitely better than paying for my own food. There's just something that tastes better about free. It just has a certain quality to it that paying for it just really doesn't. We were at my mom's tonight. My mom asked for like 45 minutes to go CVS, and I kept saying no. But as you can see, we are now at a Walgreens, which is basically the same thing as CVS, so Hotel Walgreens or CVS, but it's the same thing. And unfortunately, my mom is not with us. It's just Emily and I, because I did not want to drive to CVS and then back home and then to another Walgreens and then home again. So sorry, Mom, but we went to CVS/Walgreens without you. Maybe next time.